Welcome back to another Advanced Wars by Web replay review, and this game was absolute chaos. So chaotic, in fact, that I have no idea if I played well or not. No idea if my brilliant moves and blunders. So you already know I had to bring the cavalry, and we've got MansaMusa up here. And I'm really glad to have you, and you can enlighten me as to this game.
Yeah, man, I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, you sent me this game a couple days ago. It looked like a really fun replay, so yeah, I'm just excited to get into it.
Alrighty, so yeah, just a quick introduction. I'm playing against JomiMomonaga, who I believe is around 1,000. I'm not sure. And I am up on the top in the yellow comet, and they are on the bottom in the teal galaxy. And we both selected the wannabe DJ Jake. And he wants to be a DJ, but one thing he's not is a Reddit moderator, because he actually gets stronger when he touches grass. All of his units gain a 10% attack power on planes. And his normal power beatdown gives all of his land indirects +1 range, doubling the planes bonus. But where Jake shines in Tier 4, which is this a Tier 4 Global League match, is his superpower Block Rock. One of the best superpowers in Tier 4, in my humble opinion. Land indirects gain +1 range, planes bonuses quadruple to 40%, and vehicles gain +2 movement. So, we're going to be seeing a lot of block rockage on this map. BL, go Burr. So do you have any thoughts on this map going in? Or thoughts on the CO choices?
Yeah, I think Jake is definitely the correct pick here in Tier 4. I mean, anytime you have a map like this where there's going to be a lot of mountains and some contested areas, it's somewhat hard to see the contested areas here off rip, but the contested areas are going to be around the HQs and the cities surrounding them, just because we have such a strong side and weak side dynamic here. It's going to be very aggressive towards those HQs, and the mountains around there, and the plains around there as well, just mean that Jake is going to be very strong here. Personally in Tier 4, I think Jake is slightly worse than Adder. I tend to go Adder as a default, and look for reasons to pick Jake. And I think this map is a great reason to pick Jake. Again, yeah, I just think artillery play here and planes play here is going to be very strong. So I like the Jake pick by both players.
All right. Thank you. Let's dive right in. Oh, I have my little note here. I have an infantry in HQ range if he doesn't attack it. Well, spoiler alert, he did attack it. We can get rid of that. So, just going to go through the first couple turns here. I think all of these moves make sense. And okay. So I've seen some people send this infantry that I sent up here on 4-4 down here to start this chain. But also these cities are more forward. I'm not sure if it makes a huge bit of a difference.
No, I think especially... no disrespect here, but I think especially at lower elos, a lot of the opening doesn't super matter as long as you're not doing anything very crazy. Okay. It's just more about style and just like whether you like getting that early income versus getting more aggressive in your properties and what you're more comfortable playing in. Personally, I used to be a very aggressive player. Like I used to go for these more aggressive city caps, but I've really learned recently if I actually want to do the aggressive playstyle that I like, getting early income is really nice. So I probably would have gone for the chain here, but I honestly, yeah, I just don't think it really matters. Even honestly at like 1400, 1500 level, you can probably be fine with either decision.
Okay, sweet. No blunders spotted yet, so that's always positive, making it to day 3 without a blunder. Need one of those signs, days without a workplace accident, but for blunders.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're both going for the airport. I opened tank on this side because it's the strong side. That's the entire logic. And I think, but maybe an infantry here would be more efficient, because then I could go ahead and grab this city right here. And I could grab this too. I need more infantry over here. Whereas I need fewer infantry right here at the moment, because there's less stuff available for immediate capture, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it's a bit of an interesting map here because there's a lot of properties in some of the contested areas here. In which case you think that early tanks might be good, but like you were saying, you just need to have a lot of infantry to actually capture this property. So it becomes a little bit of a cat and mouse game. in the end, I think tanks in your strong side are going to be useful. So it's never a bad play here. But yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe you do want some more early infantry play and maybe delay the tank even by just a turn just to get some more caps out. It's interesting.
Awesome. Thanks. I heard though if you have the opportunity to build the first tank but don't build it, you're giving a huge tempo loss to yourself.
I think it depends a little bit on the map. I mean, yes. I mean, you fundamentally are giving the tank over to your opponent, but it's just like, how do you respond to that? You know what I mean? One thing I will say is because this is base light, it's probably going to be a bigger difference than if it wasn't base light. Like if this was like 2 base versus 1 base airport, you could get away with it probably a little bit better. But if you give away the tank order here, I do think you are going to lose a fair amount of center control. So in the end, I do think tank from the strong side here is probably the best play.
Okay. I'm glad we're on the same page here. He responds with a tank over here. That makes a ton of sense.
I will say.
Oh, go ahead.
I will say, Joni going for the comp tower this early seems a little bit wrong to me. Again, there's just so many properties to capture. You really want that early income, and I don't think fighting is going to start at least for a couple more days. And the comp towers are not even that contested. So I think going for a comp tower cap here is wrong.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know when I go for it, but I've kind of been like anti-rush the comm towers because every time I do rush the comm tower, like there was one live game I played where I had like both comm towers for the entire game and I still lost because I didn't have the income.
Yeah.
So, comm towers I think are overvalued. Goes for a little
interesting, very aggressive
shot. Yeah, but it makes sense because I have no infantry in range to like join cap or reinforce. So it basically like trades these 2 infantries out, which I think is good for him because it's on his strong side.
Yeah, I'm actually not even sure if that's good for him, honestly, because the way you have to think about it is he's going to the property you're trying to cap right now. He's eventually going to get that property, right? Like 10 days down the line, whatever. He's probably going to flip that because, like you were saying, this is his strong side. So him contesting it and fighting for it now maybe is not even the best because he should probably be focused on getting some of the other cities in that area. Like if it was more towards the middle properties here, maybe it's a bit more worth it to kind of contest some of those ones. But that property he's going to get eventually. So fighting for it so early may not even be the best play for him.
Okay. That's some good logic right there. I didn't even think about that. Like I can't even see 1 day ahead, let alone 10 days ahead. So
I just got off a game with Daniel Moreno where we kind of had to talk about it very similar because I ended up losing that game and I wanted to review the game and be like, hey, what did I do wrong here? And he basically pointed out a very similar mistake. He was like, you're fighting for stuff that you're going to eventually get anyway, and you're losing infantry count and your tempo on some of these caps in the process. Like, you don't need to worry about, like, you should let me capture that city because you're going to get it back eventually. So it's very interesting that, yeah, that kind of the same idea comes up.
Gotcha. And then I go for the comm tower, but maybe I should have went for this instead to capture the comm tower later.
Yeah, it's interesting. I don't hate it. I don't hate it as much as I thought, just because some of these captures are a little bit annoying. Like, you don't really have a good chance here for your infantry caps. So maybe, yeah, you should have gotten that city by the base and the mountain first, and then gone for the comm tower. But I don't know. It seems like very minor optimizations.
Okay. Well, I mean, that's what makes these top players is all these minor optimizations adding up, right?
Yeah. No, for sure.
And my tank's in range, but it's on a city, or it's on my own city, so I think it's okay. But meanwhile, I'm gonna lose this poor guy right here. Pour one out for him. Press F to pay respects. And we have a second tank. Ooh, double tank actually, a second and third tank.
Yeah.
And yeah, that makes sense. I think he had exactly 14k in the bank, so you could also go copter double infantry, but 14k is a nice even number, and then you get a tank on this side, which is huge, and then a second tank over here to counter my second tank. So that all seems pretty good to me.
I don't know what you go for build-wise here, but I would like to see copter double infantry from you this turn. I think it would be good to kind of, because he's investing a bit onto your strong side. So having two tanks and a battlecopter is going to force him to invest even more there. So I'm not sure what you're going to do here on the builds, but that's already what I would be leaning towards.
I'm not sure either, but that's a really good way of thinking about it. Yeah, I back off. Oh, there we go. Let's go.
Yeah, nice, nice.
I don't. Yeah, I don't think there was anything too weird in this turn. Obviously, I wanted to bring this guy back because I wanted to keep the unit count on my weak side. And healing him's gonna be like a little bit expensive, but at the same time, it's just another body. And then,
Well, one thing
oh, go
I will
ahead.
say, I don't like that the 1805 infantry positions there because I think it allows him to sack his 4 HP into you, and that's going to delay more caps in the future for you. You know what I mean? Like that 4 HP infantry for him is pretty much useless at this point. So the only way he can get value is by interrupting more of your caps, and you're kind of allowing that by allowing him to sack into you.
Oh, that makes sense. I didn't even think of that. See, this is why I need you on, man. There's so many things I didn't even consider.
It's kind of like a 1 HP recon. That 4 HP infantry is basically like a 1 or 2 HP recon at this point. Like that's kind of how you have to think about it. Like he just wants to interrupt some more infantry in the process.
Yeah. Oh, but he's bringing it back to get.
But he doesn't even go for it. Okay, interesting. Yeah.
So you think interrupting that's more worth it than healing it?
Yeah, I would sack it. I would interrupt your caps.
Okay. Gonna cap some more stuff. Bring the battlecopter up. Of course, he's got the anti-air right there. That thing's big. It's scary. And then over here, okay, this is where the game starts getting really interesting, and we start making some questionable decisions. So I think I had 13k, so I could exactly afford tank artillery, so I went for it. Maybe artillery on the strong side would be better. I'm trying to think of my logic in the game. But maybe
I mean, as a general point, weak side artillery are never great. I'll just throw that out there.
Yeah. I think I was gonna try and like front shift this tank over to kind of help out defend some of these. But that is on his strong side. He would get them eventually, and more like he invested all this over here and just kind of run away from it because there's like not a whole lot of stuff on the strong side. And that's an artillery. If anyone asks, is there an artillery? Yes, there is. I cannot remember why I did this other than budget reasons.
Yeah, it probably came down to a budget decision, in which case maybe the artillery is probably better on the strong side here. One thing I will say about the tank positioning, though, is I'm kind of between two minds on it, right? Because obviously you want it more on the strong side to kind of have this rush idea that this map really lends itself to. But also, if you can bluff out your opponent and get him to stop going for some of these aggressive caps from a tank presence that's not really real because you don't want to commit it to it, that is going to be a victory for you. But honestly, probably what I would have gone for here is keep the tanks a little bit more towards your strong side, but then kind of centralize the battlecopter. Because what that's going to do is it's going to put his anti-air in a very weird position where it doesn't really know where to go. And if you can force him to build an anti-air on the weak side, that's even better for you, right? Because then you can just put the copter back on the strong side and you just forced him to build an anti-air that's going to be pretty useless. So obviously, you can't do that on the first turn, right? Because your copter was all the way in that, back or top left airport. But this is kind of like an idea for maybe a day or two later of trying to maybe centralize that battlecopter a little bit, put his anti-air in a weird spot, and go from there.
That makes sense. That's a good way to think about it. Front shifting air is always like makes a reaction. I guess he could like build his own copters, and like front shift them as well, and avoid having to build anti-airs. But you're totally right. Now he's going for this. I think I let that go. Okay, now he builds battlecopter double infantry, and I think so far we're pretty equal. Both at 17. Oh, I went in for this because I knew I had the artillery. Look at that. MVP artillery right there.
Nice artillery, but yeah, he went. It's very interesting. He went a bit more towards what should be your strong side here, and then kind of left his tank open. So this is a good find. I wasn't sure about it initially, but yeah, this is good.
Thanks. And then I'd build the anti-air. Maybe I guess if he shoots my artillery with the 5 HP tank, I can just use the 8 HP and finish it off.
Yeah, and then just heal the artillery.
Yeah.
I will say I think it's one turn too early for this anti-air.
Okay.
Yeah, you are going to need an anti-air, but because that battlecopter is so far back, and you can kind of see this by your own battlecopter movement, it takes a while to get into the front. So you are going to need to build an anti-air eventually, but you kind of want to delay it until you like literally have to have it, because it's not, obviously it just can't really do much against anything besides battlecopters, so it's not a great unit until you need it.
Gotcha. Okay, that makes sense. So just going infantry here might have been better.
Or even if you want to tank, like infantry, tank, whatever you want to do, but if just, if you want that anti-air, wait another day or two.
Hear me out. A second artillery.
Hey man, two's better than one.
Yeah. And then over here, I just decided to just take what I could get. I don't want to fight into all of this because I don't think I win that. And I can just play for this. I can play for this. Try to like centralize everything. But I also I figured this isn't too bad because I think I build a... No, I don't build a tank this turn, but this isn't too bad because then I just blow up his tank.
Yeah, he doesn't want to attack that deep.
Yeah, I think... excuse me, he played a really strong game. Or at least as far as I could tell. I mean, I was able to get a nice shot on the tank, but that was the only thing I noticed. And the comm tower thing, but other than that, he's been playing really well.
Okay, but before we even get into this turn, I think this is a good opportunity to see that you should be front shifting here. Look how defensive he just got on what should be his strong side. You put on a lot of pressure with just an artillery and a tank. This would be a great time to front shift back if you can find good positionings to protect that tank and that artillery. Because imagine you shift that entire army, besides maybe the anti-air and a couple infantry or whatever, back to the left here. Look at how far back his strong side army is. It's completely back at home base, and you have two battlecopters that aren't doing anything yet. If you really come in here to what should be your strong side, you're going to put on a lot of pressure before he can really do anything. So yeah, I mean, immediately that's what I'm seeing here. I'm saying let's shift that army back. It's done its job. It's created space. You've stopped contested properties. You forced his army back. You've done great here. There's no point in fighting. Now let's get back to the main goal, which is go to your strong side.
That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. That's some really good vision right there. I think I try to force some caps I shouldn't be forcing instead. But I do find that's safe from the anti-air.
Really love a free hit.
Yeah, I don't think that can get surrounded. But yeah, I turtle up over here, which... Oh, I'm trying to get this.
Yeah. I don't hate this either. I think it's slightly less optimal, but it's fine.
Okay, yeah, I think he's just gonna get this eventually, though. But you're totally right. If I front shifted, everything over here, then it would just put so much pressure on this area. Especially, one of the tanks is stuck here behind the mountain. The anti-air is stuck here, and then this stuff arrives. As this stuff arrives, then I can hit this base pretty hard.
I think definitely at least the 8 HP tank and maybe the artillery, because that 8 HP tank is going to have much more use case in the strong side, and you could build your own tank here on the weak side if you really want that presence. Because imagine you build a tank on base right now, it's basically exactly covering the same stuff that 8 HP tank is. I mean, it's a few more tiles away, but it doesn't super matter for what you want to do. So you could have that same use case of that tank from just building it from the base this turn, where your other 8 HP tank at the start of the turn was in a much more centralized position where it could have gone to the left.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, that's a really good eye. But I'll pick off that infantry at least. And I'm still playing really passive with my tanks over here. And this is what I have trouble with. I have no idea if maybe I should have gone for this, because I was thinking about putting my tank on the city, but then the anti-air can clear the infantry, and then his two tanks can hit my tank on the city, kill it.
You should absolutely put the tank on the city.
Because I can cover it with everything else?
Yeah, because him going in that deep is not that good for you, right? Because importantly, he can't put his own unit on that city. So you're going to have a tank that's going to get a nice city shot against his tank on the road, let's say. Then you can also get a battlecopter hit on one of those tanks from the side that's going to cover it. So let's say you have that tank on the base right now, highlight it so we can see its range.
Yeah.
Great. So let's say they go for this 2 HP attack, right? You can put your copter onto the forest where your infantry is at right now, hit one of the tanks. You can put another city tank onto the city that'll be an open city and hit another tank, and then he can't do anything, right? Because he's killed one tank, you've essentially killed two of his tanks, and he has no way to interact with you, because if he goes for any trades, you're just going to demolish him. Not only are you closer to your own base, but you're also covering everything. So yeah, you should have Absolutely put the tank on the city here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks. I like second guess myself sometimes with that. I was like, oh, you can get some shots, but I need to have that, crystal ball and be able to see like what it's gonna look like a couple turns down the road, fighting over
Well, just
here.
yeah, I would just say suggest, and this is something that I do a lot. Is just move planner his turn, right?
Okay.
And then if he goes for the all aggression attack that you're talking about, look at that turn and be like, am I happy in the resulting state? And I think you would be ecstatic in the resulting state. You would have a bunch of free tanks for you if he goes for that aggression. So that's how you know when pressure is real or not.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good tip for sure. Oh, excuse me. This soda's making me burp. I'm gonna have to go like, what was that movie? Over the Hedge or something, where the squirrel's like, I could burp my ABCs.
Yeah.
That, I just remember that commercial from my childhood. Okay, but he's going in on this city right now, interrupting it yet again, but now he's got more of a force to back up this infantry over here, and then place defensive on the weak side. That seems pretty good. I mean, artillery is going to get a shot, but there's just so much stuff
It's dangerous,
around
though, if that artillery gets a shot.
I can't remember what I did on this turn.
I think he could wall break it. Ooh.
Oh, I did that. That's what I did.
Can you look at his battlecopter range real quick?
Yeah.
Did he have coverage? Okay, yeah, he had coverage. Yeah, okay, again. Yeah, I don't think there's any way that you could have stopped an artillery, like gone for the artillery shot and then successfully walled. So I think this is correct, what you're doing now.
Yeah, because I don't think he could break through this.
He can't break through what you currently have. If you put a tank one more tile up and try to continue to go for the city cap and have the artillery defend, he could have broken through.
Gotcha.
So this is better.
Okay, sweet. I'm glad I wish I was playing like this in my current global league games. I think I'm like got 15 games going on. I'm tossing 14 of them. So, I remember I went for this too. Okay, so I'm kind of curious as to your thoughts about this. So what I wanted to do was bait stuff forward and then have all this whole army just roll and take it out.
Yeah, I like this play. I think it's a smart play. I think I would have gone even more aggressive with your position. I think I would have infantry even closer, tanks even closer. I mean, what does he have that's defending, right? He has one tank on a city, an anti-air that's pretty mispositioned on the neutral city, and then a tank on his HQ. He's pretty far back right now. I think you can get even more aggressive when you're given the space.
Okay. So maybe put an infantry here, and infantry here, and stuff, and
yeah, because you're gonna have the unit count advantage on this side. So him going in for attacks here is just not gonna be good for him in the long term. So you can get pretty ballsy.
Okay, that makes sense. But meanwhile, over here, I'm about to lose everything. Gonna get those two caps. Not much I can do about it unless I sacrifice this infantry to interrupt it. That's totally something I shouldn't do, but something I would do for sure. And excuse me. I'm gonna have over the hedge burpage right here. Oh, there's the strong side artillery. From Teal. And okay, so yeah, just commits one. This is probably the best thing for him to do, in my opinion. Just commit as few units as possible into this fight right here. But I think I use that as an invitation to go in. Yeah, so I have this big blob of infantry. I remember this. I remember this. Okay, so I don't know if this wall actually works out, but I figured I could do this, and if he commits some stuff, I could trade everything out. But in retrospect, maybe that's not the best idea, because this is the weak side, so trading's not really good for me here.
I don't think he has a lot of great wall break. I mean, obviously he can hit the artillery here, but if he does that, he's gonna lose some units. It really depends. Actually, I think you can reinforce relatively easily with the tank and the 7 HP tank that are kind of in the background here, and then another battlecopter coming in. So I like the idea here, but I think your instincts are right that this isn't going to work. I just don't think the trades are going to come fast enough for you, and I think his reinforcements are going to be too quick.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. I mean, it's been a bit since I've played the game, obviously, but I do remember like trying to. I saw like this position, and I decided to go for it. But at the same time, like maybe maybe in the long run, it's not really gonna work for me. The other reason I did it though is there's no infantry right here, so I denied the city for at least like 3 or 4 or 5 more turns because this infantry is like has to walk all the way over here and get it. But
yeah.
Also, I'm gonna lose this city because I'm all inning over here. He's able to just weasel infantry and grab that. I got some vehicles there, but
yeah, at this point in the game, there's not a huge difference, right, between like 23k, 22k, 24. Like, it's all kind of a little bit minimal at this point if you're getting enough pressure on the stuff that matters. I think one thing I will say at this point, sorry, excuse me.
You're good.
Almost had to sneeze. One thing I will say at this point, I think you're maybe going a little too hard into the battlecopters here. I mean, as someone who loves battlecopters, I think they're great generally. But he does have 2 anti-air and a battlecopter already in the area, so there are a lot of defenses against it, and those battlecopters are slow, right? Like, they're in the farthest back tile they possibly could be. They take a lot of turns to get into the action here. You kind of have the right instinct with the artillery. I mean, imagine how strong that artillery would be if it was on the front lines already. So, like, you kind of want that pressure already on your strong side. Also, I think a tech up here would be great if you just have a turn where you just go, like, Neo Infantry. I think that could help a lot here. So, well, I'm a battlecopter enjoyer as much as the next guy, but I think we've hit maybe a critical mass where we don't need to keep on building them, at least for right now.
I think it's just the Grim colors, you know, influencing my battlecopter spamming. Because Grim has the best battlecopters. That was in your which unit is each CO's best unit video, which I'll link, and you should definitely watch that.
They're like bombers.
Yeah, exactly. So doesn't go in here, but does go in here in this middle section. So now my army's kind of cut off, and like this tank's cut off. I mean, I can break this, but this is where things get a little awkward for me. So I was able to deny this, but now I'm facing a ton of pressure over here, and these engagements just feel really awkward.
I actually don't think I like this from him. I think you can clear off a decent chunk of this potentially. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I think your anti-air can clear off the 4 HP capping city infantry. Then you can get 2 tank hits on both of his tanks in the front, heal up your 5 HP tank, and then he has the 9 HP tank he's healing in the background, and then 2 battlecopters that you're going to be countering with your anti-air. Like, I think you can actually have a pretty good defense against this right now.
Okay. Well, yeah. Let's see if my turns as optimal as
I would have to move planner. I would have to move planner that defense, but I think you could have a pretty good defense here.
Okay. Interrupts over here. Goes for some stuff. Brings this back because doesn't want to put it in my range of copters. Just trying to commit which I agree with. Commit as little as possible, but deny that city for as long as possible. And I think I'm able to get that.
I actually disagree with him continuing to interrupt here.
Oh, really?
Because he's giving off some like he's like sacrificing tanks at this point. I think if you play optimally, you can kill off some tanks here. And I was just dumping on the battlecopters, but you have 3 battlecopters here, which means that he's gonna have a lot of pressure that he has to deal with. 4 tanks, 3 battlecopters. That's very hard to play defense against, especially when you only have 1 base to do it. So at some point, this is another thing that Daniel Moreno was talking about. It's just like, this is your weak side. The flips are going to happen. You should not fight to stop those flips if you're going to be sacrificing this much of your army. And I think he's sacrificing too much here to stop this flip.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. I wonder if I'll punish it. Okay, I do get the anti-air clear there. Oh my gosh, I went for it.
Yeah.
Whoa. For the artillery here, maybe that's one square too far forward, but oh, I went for this little attack there just to weaken tanks. I
Why not?
went second anti-air because I was worried about this anti-air dying and then the copters just being free.
Your anti-air is currently in range of the 9 HP tank, yeah?
Yeah. Oh, getting a little connection was interrupted. Okay, there we go.
Yeah, it was. Okay, so the fact that it was in range of the 9 HP tank, I think you do need to build a second anti-air. If it wasn't, then that should have been a tank build, but this is correct.
Okay, sweet. I skipped all the going in over there. No, connection. Okay, so I went in over here.
We'll go back, yeah.
Okay, here, I think I just decided to go crazy. Because I figured I can actually shoot this anti-air, and be okay. Or at least that was the idea. So I sacrificed the infantry to be able to not kill that guy. It's very sad. But I was able to kill this tank, and now the 2 should be able to kill this guy. Eventually we'll get there. No, I didn't do that. I used this guy. If we use the 2 to block... Oh, I get the... This is what I do. I get the copter shot.
Tank shot.
Interrupt that.
Yeah, I don't think you should be worrying about interrupting that cap, honestly. Okay. I think it's more important to have your tank in a good position here, defending some of your other tanks, because like that tank's covering very, very little here, and the caps don't matter at this point. Like honestly, it's about getting good position and threatening the HQ. Like income, when you have 25k versus 24k, it doesn't super matter unless the game's gonna go on for another 15-20 days. And at this point, with how aggressive both of you guys are getting, it's gonna go on like maybe 4 to 5.
Okay, I think I got you with my master plan though, because this tank I realized it's within block rock range of like this as well, and
sure, yeah.
the anti-air going up to hit the copter. So I was like, I think I can like, well, I mean, obviously he's gonna fight back into this and fight over here, so I'm gonna get it next turn. So I think the tank, I was like, I think this tank can like, you know, be stronger, I guess, than it appears right now, and he won't like consider it.
Interesting.
But
yeah. No, I see where your head's at.
But yeah, now I'm getting slammed over here. There goes the battle copter. Oh, and then that gives the block rock for Teal. And all my stuff over. This is gonna be really rough. Oh, luckily that survived. But at 1 HP, it's not gonna do a whole lot. And I lost a whole bunch of stuff over here. Now, the artillery's closer. There's 2 healthy tanks, 3 healthy copters, and then 2 weakened tanks, and I just have 1.5 tanks and 1 artillery that only has 1 good... Well, actually with Block Rock it can hit this, but... now, I'm gonna go in over here, kill everything. It's a sad day for the yellow units. Sacrifice that, I mean not sacrifice, but like just use it for damage to do what I clear that guy. Another anti-air. Makes sense because this anti-air is about to go down.
Yeah, and your army is primarily battle copters at this point, because some of those tank engagements.
Yeah. So I'm pretty sure.
I mean that was a good block rock, but I mean that's what yours is for, right?
Yeah, exactly. So now I'm trying to get revenge. I bring this back because I think it's at like 5 or 6. It can still threaten the copter really a lot. So
yeah, I love low HP anti-air. You can keep them alive.
Yeah, I cleared that so I could bring this so I could free the anti-air to clear that copter. Use the extra range to hit that tank.
Yeah,
I don't want any infantry fighting. I need to keep them protect the HQ. And I got a really nice roll there. I mean, 40% extra attack on planes. Like, I think it's like a 9 to 15 or something roll or something like that, but I got lucky. I cleared that because I wanted to go in with these copters right here. But
yeah, you need to target fire these anti-air for sure.
Yeah, I don't know if I could really get them.
You can't get the one on the base, but oh, see, okay, that I think is a mistake. I think you need to have that 8 HP tank hit the anti-air because with how many battlecopters you have here, the anti are the only thing that is stopping you from just rolling him over here. So even if you lose some tanks here, it doesn't really matter. As long as you have like 1 or 2 left alive and you have 4, you know what I mean? So it's like I would have moved that 7 HP infantry and literally just taken a road hit on the anti, or if you could have cleared out that infantry with maybe the 2 or some of these other rolls or something like this, I would have to move planner it. But ideally, if you could put the 8 HP tank on the forest and hit the anti, that would be even better. But yeah, I think definitely need to target fire the anti on this turn.
Okay. That makes sense. I also have the artillery to trade out the anti-air, but yeah, now can get to can definitely get to that copter. The 3 can clear out the 2, and then the anti-air can get to the copter. Whereas I guess it didn't need to, like, if I chip that anti-air down to like 4, it's not going to be able to kill that copter. And then by killing the copter, you can actually hit the artillery.
Yeah,
I still think I have good unit count over here, but it's
no, you're still doing well for sure.
Yeah, it's just a race now. And meanwhile, all my stuff over here is gonna get blasted. Just starts this, doesn't even bother chipping that artillery down further. And yeah, there goes everything over here. That's yep, exactly as I foretold. It's like I've seen this game before. And the Neo tank. So
yeah, I think the Neo is actually not great here, to be honest. I think, I mean, it's interesting, but I think the Neo tank is just going to be too slow to really like help with this fight against the HQ. I think potentially something like an anti-air here might be better, just because you want to clear off some of these battlecopters, and also you just want to be investing more into your strong side here. So, I mean, crazy enough, almost something like a T-copter on your strong side might be valuable here, just to flood more infantry into your HQ faster. That's how much into the rush we're getting. Okay. And you could even say, like, you could, like, save up, go, like, T-copter, anti-air infantry, and then save up for, like, a battleship. Because the battleship's going to be within range of that HQ, and that could help slow down this rush here. You have to kind of think pretty far ahead to look at this, but I think Neotank is just going to be really not smart. Like, it's going to get walled off by these mounds. It's going to get walled off by your unit count. Like, you can just put 4 HP in front of it, and then the Neotank's going to get neutralized. So I think it's just a little too slow.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. I was going to ask like what to buy instead, but you outlined it pretty well. And yeah, I mean, this is going to come down to the wire, folks. Like, it's going to be really close. So every little thing counts, like me going for 4 HP of damage, because it's a plane shot on the copter. So I figured this tank's, or the anti-air's going to die anyway. Trying to save that. And also, this is the only infantry close enough to the HQ.
Yeah.
So I figured might as well weaken it, and I don't want to have my infantry just get like taking free shots from vehicles. So
yeah, at this point, looking at his army composition, I think you should be target firing infantry, because they're really the, even if he takes over that space, if he has no infantry to flip anything and no infantry to threaten the HQ, then you're gonna win. You know what I mean? So like the defense here, you don't really care about the units, you just care about targeting fire the infantry.
That makes sense. What about shooting 3 HP and off of artillery?
Yeah, don't think it's needed. I honestly would have just killed the 4 HP infantry. I think that's more valuable.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I do kill that eventually.
Yep.
But now I put my anti-air in artillery range. I think I build another one. But over here, I'm gonna go back a couple moves. So I think over here I'm like, okay, I can clean up all this stuff, and I just start this for whatever, because if the Neotank shoots it, it's not doing anything else.
Yep.
And if the Neotank doesn't shoot it, then I get a flip in a couple turns. But taking out the anti-air, taking out that. And I believe that 4 HP tank blocks off this anti-air from reaching the HQ. And then this is why I wrote the note, if I have an infantry in HQ range, if he doesn't attack it. But he can attack the infantry there and knock it down to like a 7 or an 8. And then, and then slow down the HQ even more.
No, but you're in a great spot here, and this all goes back to him fighting way too hard for that city that the 7 HP tank is on right now. He was way too aggressive trying to stop that flip. He sacrificed tanks. He sacrificed a lot of infantry positioning around it. And now look at the unit count situation, right? You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 units at various levels of health defending your own HQ that he has to kind of fight through, and you have knocked him down to a single 4 HP infantry. Right, so like this is why it's important to recognize what your strong side and weak side is, and not overinvest in something that you're gonna lose anyway.
Gotcha. Yeah, and like something like I've always like wondered is like how like strong is the strong side, you know? Like, and it's obviously it's map dependent, but like especially on a map like Cold Flame, like I was playing Javier, and I like I was playing against Javier, and I rushed the comm towers, so I had both comm towers against Javier, but I still eventually lost because I couldn't hold on to the weak side comm tower and overinvested defending it. And then once the flip went off, I just had nothing left.
Yeah.
So that's something I've learned the hard way, is like sometimes like it's just you just can't defend a side, you know, you just have to like go for the okay, beatdown is interesting. I don't remember this. The artillery gets the shot. Maybe
I think it's a desperation play, to be honest.
Yeah, maybe it's to hit some thresholds and like, but everything here does die, so it's very sad for me. But now it's so sacrifices the infantry. The beatdown I guess does allow the anti-air to clear that tank. So now has the Neo tank in range of the HQ.
Yeah,
has the anti-air.
You can wall off that Neo tank with your battlecopter, and then clear off the anti-air. So yeah, this was a desperation play for sure.
Yeah. So I'm going in. I want to clear that. Block
nice.
that. And I join cap. Because I figured a battleship was coming. I think that's the only thing that could save the HQ.
Yeah, I think he messed up. This is really hard to see, but once he knew that like his unit count in that area was going to get down to like 5 or less, I think he should have been saving up for a battleship. Especially because like look at your infantry capturing right now. If he had a battleship already built this turn, let's just say it's on the port right now, you would have been kind of screwed because you have no other infantry coming in to join cap at this point. That is the only infantry. Like your closest infantry is the 7 HP one capping. So if there was a battleship there, you're not looking good. So like he needs to plan that out a little bit better, and you need to do this T-copter idea or find other ways to get more infantry there to support if it was some of this danger.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
That's. And actually, they are saving up for the battleship because they're gonna have 30k in the bank.
Yeah, it's just gonna be too late. It's not gonna kill off that infantry.
Yeah, I think they do like 5 or 6 to infantries on HQs, but that infantry goes down. There's the battleship covering the HQ. Big scary battleship.
You still get the cap, even with the battleship.
Yeah.
It's gonna be on 3 next. Yeah. The battleship's not gonna be able to.
Yeah.
Close, but no cigar.
Yeah, but now my own HQ's under fire, and I can't stop it either. But I kind of go. I also built a fighter. I don't think it matters a whole lot, but I figured anti-airs over here wouldn't really work because there's so many tanks and the artillery. Like even if I take a copter out, I just won't have the,
Honestly, I think the optimal buy for you here was not a fighter on the previous turn, but a battleship of your own. Because even if it gets like slammed by the battlecopters and it's like at 3 HP or 4 HP, it could still knock 1 or 2 off a capping HQ cap, and that delays it 1 more turn if you needed it. And yeah, again, this game's over. Like you've won. But if you did need that exactly 1 or 2 more turns to finish off the job on your side, then I do think the battleship would have been the best play here.
Okay. I was kind of hard banking on this cap going through.
Yeah, for sure.
I take that out. I'm trying to still jam everything up, and I actually did this. I wanted my tank to die, but I wanted to get block rock so I can get the 10-10. because I don't remember the calc actually. This will be at a 10 because it's gonna get healed.
Take off Block Rock.
Yeah.
You would have been fine.
Yeah, I'd have been fine. But maybe
Get
I
all the
just
defense you
spooked
can.
myself. What's that?
Yeah. Get all the defense you can.
Yeah, for sure. And then I also wanted to be able to go over here and hit some of this stuff, but I couldn't stop the HQ.
The only thing that's risky here, I'm not sure if you need the cast for this, is if he gets Block Rock, because you are putting a lot of
I did. That's why I did it. Yes, because if he got Block Rock, I guess this is at a 3, so.
Yes, that's him with Block Rock, and you without it currently.
Yeah.
But I think you also could have just popped Beat Down, because that would have been 10-10. So maybe the safest play here is block him up as much as he can, and then low key delete units. That way he can't get Block Rock, and you already have Beat Down popped to get the plus 10-10. Small optimization. This is a one game, but yeah.
Yeah, but I mean this HQ now is unstoppable.
Yep.
As all my stuff here is just gonna die. It's very sad, but activates the beatdown, but cannot stop the infantry, and I squeak by, barely.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hey man. Sometimes all you need is one day.
Yeah. Oh, kill 0, death 0. That's
the pacifist run.
Yeah, pacifist run. But that was a crazy game, and I really appreciate you being willing to hop on and explain some of these moves and what I could have done differently, because I didn't even think about front shifting the tank and the artillery on super early on once he backed off over here, and then that little attack over here, it was a cool little tactic to be able to find that infantry pickoff, but that did allow him to split my army in 2 right here, and I still lost that area.
Yeah, I think that attack was probably a little bit of an over. It was cool, which I mean you got to give points for being cool, but it was probably a little bit of an overextension. But I do think the defense that you had on his next turn, you pretty much did exactly what I would have done. The first thought I had is exactly what you found on that next turn. So I think your defense was really really strong there, and ultimately that's all you needed, right? Because he was way too aggressive on his own defense, and you really punished that well.
Gotcha. Well, thank you so much.
Yeah.
I learned a lot. Hopefully the audience also learned a lot. Do you have any final thoughts or anything?
No, this is a great game, really fun game to cast, really fun game to watch, and I'm excited for Kesler to keep on improving in Global League, and look forward to our eventual match one day.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't know if I'm remotely close to sniffing your elo, but hey, hopefully we get matched up sometime.
I'm looking forward to it.
All right, thanks for hopping on again. Thanks everybody for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Bye, guys.